What's up, everybody? It's the homie Truth Teller, the street reporter, and I kind of just want to have a talk with you. You know, Chicago rapper, Glow Gang member, Savage Squad member, Chief Keef cousin, Chicago Savage, one of the top drill artists in this shit, Fredo Santana, aka Fredo Cougar. He was officially back in Chiraq in Chicago. You know, video went trending of him walking through an airport, screaming loud as hell, wild as hell, you feel me, that he back in Chiraq. I think that's pretty cool too, man, the guy from here. But a lot of people, and I mean a lot of people, was worried about this guy. Even me, I'm like, damn, Fredo Santana is back in Chicago. This nigga better be careful, because the last few Glow Gang members to be coming out here, remember, it didn't end so well. Even though Capo was from out here and he still lived out here, he was killed in Chicago due to gun violence. Remember, Blood Money, Chief Keef bigger cousin, was killed in Chicago due to gun violence. Even Chief Keef had a step brother, I believe like a half brother, something like that was even killed out here due to this gun violence. So a lot of people was really worried about Fredo. You was getting people saying, hey, don't be worried about Fredo. He gonna be laid up in one of those big time hotels. He gonna stay up in there his whole visit. Probably have the hood come out, chill with him for a little minute, but he gonna be in the safe zone, the comfort zone. This guy is not gonna go to the hood and risk anything happening to him. But guess what? Fredo Santana took his ass to the hood. You feel me? His pictures and all kind of shit floating with this guy. He on the south side of Chicago. Whole bunch of niggas he hanging with. The guy in the road like Omar from The Wire. Shit pretty crazy. Fredo Santana, the real savage. And then it's also pictures floating around. This guy not only chilled on the south side of Chicago where he from, you know, all in his old neighborhoods and kicking it with people that he know. This nigga actually went on another side to the west side of Chicago and kicked it with like May, 4CG, and a few more of those guys and shit. They actually affiliated with Chief Keef and the Glow Gang movement too. So anybody who say Fredo Santana, one of them friend guys, he not really about that life, he not really about that action, shit, I'm gonna tell you, I think a little different, because this guy took his ass to the hood. He didn't stay in the safe zone, you know, and I think it's pretty dangerous. I'm not gonna lie, Fredo. I got to be honest with you, bro. When I seen these pictures, I was like, oh shit. You feel me? Fredo ass ain't in the cut. This nigga out the cut, you know, and even though it's pretty cool to go back to the hood, man, I can't say that this was really the smartest idea I seen. I think this is very dangerous. I understand these your roots. These the people you know before you made it big, and you want to, you know, stay real to these people and not understand that shit. But I think you got to understand, you got a lot to lose, bro. You like a drill guy. All these young people really want to be you. And, you know, as crazy as it sound, I know a lot of people ain't going to understand this. And if you ain't from the streets, you probably not going to understand this. But to a lot of savages and a lot of haters, taking Fredo Santana out to be like an ultimate reward. You know, in my opinion, I believe like robbers and bullies and people who do bullshit to people like that, they really haters, you know. I remember Casanova saying that in the interview, and I really fully agree with that. If you out here robbing motherfuckers, you out here just bullying the motherfucking and shit like that ain't did shit to you, then you're a motherfucking hater. So I felt like that could possibly be happening to Fredo Santana, that even though he made it famous, and maybe it'll be some hate out here, you know, but it seemed like the niggas he hanging with, they got his back, they rolling with him, it don't look like he afraid of nothing or anything like that, and that's crazy, you know. This guy got a bunch of mixtapes that dropped. I'm talking about million downloads and shit like that. I don't think he dropped a big time album on a major label yet, but this guy one of the drill guys, you know. He one of the first drill stars to pop off in this shit right along with Chief Keef, you know. So he actually seemed like a high target for the haters, but it don't look like Fredo Santana really give a fuck about that though. But I do kind of want to give you some advice while you're cooling out there, man. Keep your eyes open. Watch out for these people out here, man, because haters are out here, and it's hard to be aware of that shit, you know. But I'm pretty sure main man 4CG and them got his back, you feel me? They holding them straps. So I'm pretty sure it's one of those situations where if a motherfucker even blink a little crazy, then Fredo gonna be on his ass, you know. But I do think a lot of these rappers don't understand they got a lot to lose, man. Most of these rappers in Chicago, like I said, even the thirsty ones, the ones that be on some bullshit, I think anybody would do anything to get one of these guys positions in this rap rap shit. You know, it's hard being a rapper. It's hard getting 1 million views. It's hard getting 1 million followers on Instagram and doing that shit on the independent level. And guess what? Fredo Santana did that shit on the independent level. This guy almost like a major superstar. He done been in Drake videos. He got songs with Kendrick Lamar and all kind of shit like that. And I actually don't think this guy got a major deal. He really did that shit all himself. I call it him dependent. A lot of people always say independent, but I call it him dependent. He did that buzz and did that shit himself, even though I think Chief Keef gave everybody the glow. You know, one thing about Keef, man, when Keef made it big out the hood, it wasn't just him. He didn't just leave and say fuck everybody. He took everybody that he loved and cared about and brought those people with him. And I think Fredo did the same thing with that Savage Squad record, because it's a lot of more people from the Glow Gang that we probably wouldn't knew if Fredo Santana never introduced them to us with that Savage Squad records, though. But, you know, I just wanted to inform y'all on that because I thought that was pretty cool, because a lot of people be like, these rap niggas fool. They ain't really about that shit. So it seemed like, man, Fredo Kruger really about that life. It seemed like he ain't let nobody run him away, even the ops, because I know the ops out here like motherfucking army. They ass out here like goddamn it World War V, motherfuckers suited and booted up looking for Fredo. But it seemed like Fredo in good hands, and I'm pretty sure people gonna keep him safe. So, you know, take that advice, Fredo. You be safe out here. And I want y'all to do me a favor, though. Follow me on Instagram at We Are The Truth Tellers 2. You got to follow me, man, and subscribe to my channel ASAP so I can keep